So, Bring Me the Horizon obviously just came out with the new deathcore song Dehumanized. I'm going to be watching and kind of talking over the music videos. I'm watching it for the first time. Obviously, I listened to the song as it came out, and I feel like everybody's kind of been hyping up the deathcore Bring Me the Horizon return, revitalized era. And to be honest, I am just like over the moon, beyond excited, ecstatic for this. The song itself is amazing. Everybody loves it. I keep listening to it on different like devices and formats because the mix I feel like is just different or off for some reason. Like if you go listen to the Count Your Blessings as it came out, you hear Ollie's vocals on top of the rest of the tracks, and it kind of feels like now they're mixing Ollie's voice in with the rest of everything, and it's not layered on top. Personally, I prefer Ollie's vocals layered on top of everything, as with most of their music. I don't know if that's just the way they're producing it now. I know Jordan obviously wasn't with Count Your Blessings era, but the way he kind of produced everything is just my preferred method, and I don't have any like problems with the mix. It's just different, and it's taken me a couple more listens to kind of fully digest everything that this song has to offer. And this music video is honestly just crazy. This is like something out of like Saw, but I'm assuming Ollie kind of had the creative directive for this. But they kind of did the bloody like not like silhouettes, but the individual band members media rollout, kind of like a little throwback homage to like obviously the older stuff. And I think nostalgia plays a huge thing in terms of like selling, marketing, and I think a lot of these bands not all these bands can do this obviously, but I feel like a lot of these older bands who have these huge albums kind of like back in the day, kind of like Under Oath is doing like a anniversary of Define the Great Line. It's just that Count Your Blessings, the mix is kind of just so muddled and dirty that it does make sense to kind of redo it. My issue with the whole my issue with it was that during the Count Your Blessing days, everything was so raw and it was less technical, but now I'm worried that they're going to overproduce everything, because that is kind of the quarrel with the new Bring the Horizon stuff, is the production being overproduced, and everybody likes the raw stuff from Ollie, obviously. It's kind of why we get hooked on the band back in the day, is how raw everything sounded. And now the general thesis is everything's overproduced, and now that Jordan Fish has left the band, we're kind of seeing the first projects where it's just touched by Bring Me and Ollie. Obviously, they have source material to redo the Count Your Blessings, but this Dehumanized is kind of the first post-Jordan Fish track. I feel like everything else Jordan probably touched in some sort of way. So, super interesting to see where Ollie's taken them post-Jordan. And they're talking about the post-human third and fourth albums, and I thought the fourth album was supposed to be the heaviest, and they were kind of just going to progress from there. But with this song, I don't know if they're going to put this as a bonus track for Count Your Blessings and then kind of go back a little lighter for Post-Human 3 and then go back to Deathcore for Post-Human 4. Anyways, I'm here for it. I mean, this band is just amazing. Obviously my favorite band for a reason. Their entire discography, they'll have an album for you. And it's just one of those few bands where I press shuffle on the entire discography and am just content with not pressing skip. So I'm glad that they're back to some of the heavier stuff. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I didn't listen to the new stuff or didn't enjoy any of the new stuff. I like all of the Bring Me the Horizon stuff. It just kind of depends on my mood and everything going on. But looks like that's mostly the music video, a lot of gore, kind of Saw vibes, but super happy, super proud of everything the boys have done, and I love the song. I'm going to have to keep listening to it to fully dive into all the nooks and crannies of it. But yeah, if you're liking the song or if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear down below. And if you watch this video, I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
You guys are still here? You really want to hear more of this shite? Jesus Christ. You people really are all doomed.